Hello, it's Crystal. Welcome in to Crystal Intuitive's Path. And we're going to do all signs, but I want to do like just the elements so it can be a little bit longer and detailed. I feel like whenever I do all signs, it's like they need to be short and sweet because in order to do like all 12 signs, it takes a long time, guys. So anyway, so we're going to do fire, water, air, and earth. I guess we will go with fire because Aries is fire. So we'll start with fire first. Okay, Spirit, fire. Thank you for being here, guys. If you like the video, or if it resonates with you, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. But okay, so my fire signs. Okay, we're going to do no contact. So, Spirit, my fire signs. For anybody watching this today in any time. Okay, what we need to know. So we've got the Ace of Wands, and this is what has happened. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So somebody's been distracted. Okay, I feel like you're in no contact, and this person possibly has been distracted by other people or other things. They might have even thought that they could, have a new beginning somewhere else. A passionate new beginning. Sorry, I hate to say that, but there could even just be illusions here, delusions. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're in a relationship with somebody else. They just might have gotten distracted by somebody else. Now, this also could be a distraction in work, and it's just taken precedence over y'all's relationship, like they've picked that over everything right now because it is what is driving that person right now. Okay. So what can you tell me about this ex? Maybe I can narrow it down to make sure that this is your story. Tell me something about it, Spirit. Ooh, we got the Ten of Pentacles. So right off the bat, I'm getting that this person is very into their work. They're very into stability. They work a lot. They're very highly committed to their job. Could be an earth sign. I also have water here and fire. So I have all three of those on the board. I feel like this person is very burdened. Maybe finances are burdening them right now with the financial card coming out there. Like they could be very just burdened by finances right now. But that stress is very heavy on that person, right? Like the Ten of Wands is stressing this person out. But the good thing about the Ten of Wands when it comes out is, this is as stressful as it's gonna get. So it should be releasing and getting better for this person. Okay, so what can you tell me for my fire signs about what is currently going on? What is currently going on? Between y'all. Ooh, I got the Ace of Swords. So this is very stuck mentally. This could be you or them. You're just overthinking. You have fears, doubts. But, this is all in your head. It's just a mental prison, And then the Tower, yeah. So shit come crashing down, guys, The good thing about the tower, though, is like I've said before, it comes crashing down so we can rebuild it and make it stronger and rebuild it from the ground up better, you know. A lot of times these come in to highlight what needs to be fixed, right? So we can work on them and make them grow better, you know. It's a reality check, you know. That's also fire energy. And then the 8 of Swords was air, Gemini. But, you know, so it's a foundation change. And I feel like both of y'all are going through that right now. You know, y'all both could be stuck in your head. Like I said, you know, all of this came crashing down. And, yeah. So what do we have coming in for the future, possibly? Future, possibly, for my fire signs. Excuse me, goodness. Ooh, we got the King of Swords. So we definitely have some fair boundaries that are being set, but there's also like honesty and just mental clarity going on right now, are going to be coming in, you know. But I feel like this is fair. It's fairness. It's somebody logical. Somebody's thinking with their head over their heart. Also fire and air energy here. Y'all, she is playing her video games. I'm so sorry. She sounds so psycho. So aggressive. And if y'all ever met her in person, she won't even talk to you. Like, she's an introvert. Like, she's so scared to talk to anybody, but that's crazy. All because of video games. Anyway, I'm so sorry. You know, maybe they're acting this way. You know, maybe you've had to deal with them just acting all crazy. But I think there's going to be some boundaries being set moving forward. And there's going to be honesty coming in. You know, like I said, this is going to bring in like a head over heart, you know, conversation, and maybe just logical moving forward. There's not going to be so much emotional involved in it. We got the 6 of Cups, guys. Like, there's nostalgia here. You know, y'all are going to be looking back over the past. And with these cards together, I think that's what it is. Like, it's going to be sitting down and looking back over like what we've been through, what we've done, you know, how to move forward, you know. This is also a comfort card and healing, you know, so there's this more water energy, Scorpio, to be specific. But maybe with the logic and talking all this over, that's what's going to bring in comfort, you know, going back over all of the, you know, all the memories and all the stuff that needs to be worked out, you know. And then I think that the 10 of Swords is what y'all are getting past, you know, like the painful ending and healing. You know, the healing can begin after all of this, you know, after all of this conversation and setting boundaries and going back over everything. Yeah, you got an apology coming in, guys. The message of love. You know, it's emotional interest. It's playful. It's innocent. You know, and I do believe that you have an apology coming in, because I think this person, if this is your reading, right? Because if you're still with me, you resonate in some way. I think this person left. They dipped out thinking that things were better on the other side, or that something else was going to work out, and it didn't. And now they've come back in, or they're going to come back in. If they haven't, they're going to come back in and try to make this right, you know? I mean, that's the way the cards have fell. Well, y'all, I guess that's all that I really have for you. So I hope you enjoyed that, fire signs. I hope it helps give you some kind of guidance. So until next time, guys. All right, let's go on to water. Let's do water next. So what does my water signs need to know? Let me mix these in just a little bit. Okay, water signs. Spirit, no contact. So we want 2 cards for past, what happened in the past, so we can narrow down if this is your specific, what's going on. Give me something from the past. 2 cards. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we got Justice. And then we've got the 8 of Cups. Okay, so we definitely have walking away here. So there's no contact. I feel like either you or them have walked away because there's not an equal give and take here, you know, because the Justice card talks all about, you know, an equal give and take, fairness. This is a Libra energy, air, Pisces, water is in the 8 of Cups. You know, this is seeking something better, you know, it's somebody that's like, you're dissatisfied, you know. It talks about a separation here, which we already know that, you know. It might have been some type of instability going on here, especially with like not things being balanced. I think one person is giving more than the other, or possibly one cares more than the other. But something was not fair, you know. Maybe you were putting in more than the other person. So there is a break here, that's for sure. Okay, can you tell me, Spirit, what is going on? Or tell me something about the person. Can we narrow it down? Tell me something about the person. It's in no contact with my... Okay, so we have the 7 of Pentacles, y'all. Let me get another one. And the 5 of Wands, okay. So there's definitely was some arguments going on here, some tension, and maybe possibly conflicts together with you and this person. But they're evaluating, you know, and reflecting. You know, on all the different things. This might be you that could be reflecting, but it could also be them that's just evaluating and reflecting on y'all's arguments and tensions, the conflicts, you know. I have Earth energy here, Taurus and Leo. But I definitely get that there's a fighting here, that y'all had arguments, you know. You wasn't getting along very good, and I think it's because maybe somebody wasn't giving enough of attention, you know, with not the equal give and take, you know. But it could possibly be like you just give too much, you know. Like you can get in a situation, because I've done it myself, where you give, and they just don't do anything, you know. Like I've lived with people that literally, before I knew it, I was doing all the dishes. I was doing the laundry. Hell, I was even mowing the yard. And I'm a woman, you know, but they knew that I would, you know, so they just didn't. And I'm telling you, like, if you don't walk away, it just builds resentment, you know. It's very annoying to be with somebody that doesn't appreciate all the little things you do. And if you are not appreciating them, like it, you know, yeah, don't take advantage of somebody that is doing all these things for you. It's not good. Okay. So what do we have possibly going into the future, guys? Or no, I'm skipping the present. What is going on presently? What is going on present between this connection? What is going on presently? Ooh, y'all, we have the Ace of Cups. You've got a new beginning coming in with this person. If you don't have it right now, you're fixing to. And then we have the Sun card, which is all about happiness and clarity. You know, this is joy, success. It reminds me of summertime energy too, because you've got the sun and it's just warmth, energy, you know, glowing. And with those two right there together, like, okay, y'all are definitely not in contact, because you would, I mean, I'm doing a no contact reading, right? But you're fixing, well, that's upside down. Sorry, when I went to pick it up, it kind of whatever. But these two together, like, come on. Like, y'all are fixing to bring in high, like, really good success. And, you know, and this is going to be a new beginning to start over, to make it better. I mean, that is what is going on now. So if it's not going on now, like, it is right around the corner, guys. Right around the corner. Okay, what do we have coming in? Future. 2 cards, Spirit, for my water signs. Like, what do we have coming in for the future? Okay, we're going to take them. Page of Pentacles. What the fuck? Okay, so it is. It's like going to be the early stages of a new beginning. It's, you know, it's going to be a stable intention. Look at this. We got the 2 of Cups, guys. This is 2 people coming together that see each other for who they are. You know, they see each other for exactly how they are, and they're going to accept each other. You know, they could have different cultures, different love languages, all the different things, but they see each other for exactly who they are, and they're accepting that. It's balanced energy. And then the King of Swords come out too. Like, this is logic, this is fairness, it's, you know, honesty and mental clarity, you know. So I think that this is, you're gonna have all of this coming in, you know, like really soon, because these are really good cards, y'all. Like, yeah, you've got somebody wanting to come back with good intentions and start fresh, and, you know, logically bring in the clarity and talk about things, and yeah, be together and see each other like this is exactly who we are, and we both accept it, and we both love each other, and yeah, to move forward. Wow. Okay, well, that is your reading, you know, and it was a really powerful one, really good powerful one. So 827, going on to air. Let's go to air. Wow. Okay, air. Spirit, give me air. No contact. What happened in the past? What can you tell me about the past energy? 2 cards. Past energy, Spirit, 2 cards. Ooh, I got the 8 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Pentacles. I'm feeling like somebody is putting a lot of hard work into their self and trying to start a new beginning of focusing and building on self. You know, this is somebody that, let me see what's on the bottom. Judgment. Yeah, they've had an awakening, some type of reckoning of maybe things that they need to fix within themselves. This could be you. But yeah, it looks like somebody that is just trying to improve themselves and have a new beginning, a stable, you know, beginning, just focusing on self. And they acknowledge they are awakening to things that they need to change, things they need to work on. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got the Empress trying to come out here. So yeah, like this is the divine feminine energy, right? And that could be even a guy. Like it doesn't have to be a female. It's just somebody that's embodying a female. They're embracing that, you know. They're evolving. This is earth energy. I also have fire here and more earth. Specifically, Virgo is on the board. But I mean, the Empress to me is somebody very warm, and they're all about success, trying to be happy, development, you know, like I'm just really getting this person is trying to better themselves. So what can you tell me about this person? Something specific about the no contact person, like the one we're not talking to. What can you tell me about them? Try to narrow this down. So we have the Ace of Swords. With this card, I feel like, you know, somebody come in and cut through some bullshit, you know, maybe had a little bit of a sharp tongue, that we can say some things that we don't really mean whenever we get hot-headed or whatever, you know. So I feel like in the past, this is somebody that just cut through the bullshit and they were like, this is what it is, this is what's up. And probably came off kind of cold, you know. But it also is a new beginning in communication. So you could be getting some communication from this person, but it speaks to me about just being cold and maybe even a little distant. This is definitely a logical card. So you probably feel like this person don't even care. Like you really probably feel like they don't even care, you know, and when it comes to heart. And let's see. Okay, so what is going on currently between these two people? What is going on currently between these two? We got the Two of Cups, guys. Let's see what else comes out. We've got the Five of Wands. Okay, so maybe, possibly, you know, the Five of Wands is conflict, it's arguments, you know, there's tension between, but then the Two of Cups is seeing somebody for exactly who they are, you know, but it's an acceptance of who they are, exactly who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like this could be different cultures or different beliefs or just different opinions in an argument, right? But I mean, I'm accepting you and how you are, and you're accepting me. It's two people that accept each other for exactly how they are, you know. It's balanced. So maybe y'all are finding a way to balance each other out and accept the differences through all of these arguments and stuff, you know. This is what would be currently going on, or what's fixing to go on really soon, like really soon. You would be trying to figure out like how to move past these differences, you know, so y'all could find a balance there in partnership for harmony, equality, yeah, you know, mutual connection. Okay, so Spirit, what is coming in future for my earth signs? Two cards. What is coming in the future? What do you see happening for this connection? Nothing wants to come flying out, do they? Always just have to take it. And you kind of have to guess, like, or kind of feel like, okay, this is enough, you know? I just like it better when they come out. But anyway, we go, oh, we got this 6 of Swords. Let me see. And then we have the 9 of Wands. Okay. I feel like this is, I mean, okay, so y'all, the 6 of Swords is moving on to calmer waters, right? And then the 9 of Swords is, I mean, it's defensive, you know, it's having a wall up from prior hurt. So it's possible that you could just be moving on from this. That y'all have decided through all of the fighting and the arguments and all of this, or you and them, but like y'all might both just decide to move on from this because it is too much to worry about, you know, when you have to be defensive and keep a wall up, you know, because of prior hurt. But this also is, like, I hate to, you know, I don't want to sugarcoat one when it's not coming out that way. But the 9 of Wands also is like just perseverance, you know. It's believe in yourself, you know. Don't have the strength and compassion within yourself to believe that you're gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Let's see, what else do we got? Yeah, we got the Queen of Pentacles, guys. You know, this is stable, generous, practical. She's protective, truthful. So I feel like, you know, you have to be truthful and practical and all these things to yourself moving forward. And if calmer waters is moving away from all of this, then that's what you have to do. Do you know what I mean? And you know this, like, you know this deep down, whether, you know, if your gut tells you something else, then go with that. But this is just spirit, and I have to give you what the cards say. So I'm so sorry. I know that wasn't the best one, but they can't all be sunshine rainbows, right? If we are here feeding you that crap, then we might not be truthful to the cards, and I have to be truthful to the cards. So sorry, air sign. I might have a better ending next week. But like I said, sometimes endings are for the best. You know what I mean? Like, when I look back over mine, some of them were very painful, and it took a long time to get past. But every ending that I've had was always for the better. Every one of them. Like, I feel like God has our back, or spirit, whoever you believe in, universe. They have your back and protect you. You know what I'm saying? For what is for your highest good. Okay, enough of me rambling. So 1859, going into Earth signs. All right, Earth signs, let's see what we got for you. Let's see. Okay, we need Earth for, what was it? Earth for no contact. Sorry, I had a message come across there and it's kind of messed me up a little bit. Okay. Earth, no contact. Spirit, what did we have for Earth signs? No contact. Ooh, we got the Justice card, flew out. Let's see what else comes. And then we've got the Lovers. Okay, guys, this was the past. So I feel like there was a choice to be made about, you know, equal give and take, you know, because that's exactly what this is, you know. It's the Lovers is actually a choice in love. But, you know, of course, it's also, you know, a strong connection with a soulmate. But we have multiple soulmates in life. You know, it's not just lovers. We have soulmates and friends, soulmates and family. Like, but it is a strong soulmate connection. Could be romantic, but it's also a choice. And with the justice here, I feel like it's just fairness. Somebody made a choice to walk away from this because they wasn't feeling like things were fair. I mean, that's, you know. All right, let's see. Let me look here. But yeah, so I think they're seeking fairness, you know, an equal give and take. So can you tell me something about the no contact person? Narrow this person down a little bit and see if it's your situation. Okay, let's see. Ooh, we've got the Queen of Swords. You know, I mean, this is truth and respect. You know, somebody that brings in clarity. They're independent. They have emotional wisdom about themselves, graceful, observant, they're intelligent, very quick-witted. Let's see what else. Okay, we got the Three of Cups. So this is teamwork, you know. Maybe y'all work together, or they just work with other people very, very good, you know. Or I'm not sure right here. Like, like, maybe this person just works really good with other people. But we have air energy, so we've got Libra and Gemini. We have water, and we have Capricorn, earth energy so far. Okay, let's see. What is going on currently with my earth signs? What is going on currently? I got the Five of Swords. So there's conflict here. There's egos that are clashing. You know, y'all might... definitely there's tension, you know. Somebody's not wanting to understand the other person and where they're coming from. But we have the Queen of Cups here, guys. So there's compassionate here. There's nurturing, you know. But this is also a sign from the universe to trust your intuition. So if something is coming in that you're feeling, if you're feeling something in your gut, then whatever that is, you know, you need to trust it. It could be anything, you know. A lot of times you just feel these things like, oh, I feel this person watching my socials, or oh, I feel this person stalking me. Now, stalking is like a really sharp word. I don't mean to say it, like they're just watching me, you know what I mean? Or, oh, I feel like this person really does miss me tonight. Like I can feel them, and I trust it. If you feel it, trust it. Your intuition, it never steers you wrong. I think a lot of people second guess it because it is sometimes like, oh, there's no way that that's going on. But a lot of times your intuition is right on. But yeah, so somebody is not wanting to see the other person's point of view right now. And I feel like there needs to be some nurturing here, some compassion, you know, like put your guard down and listen to the other person and where they're coming from, you know. Okay, so what is going to happen? What is the future in this connection, Spirit, for my earth babies, my earth angels? Okay, so earth signs, what is coming in next? I like it whenever they fly out, not when I have to take them. But, okay. Ooh, we got the Knight of Swords. That's crazy, because we have the Queen. Or not the Queen of Cups, sorry. Did we have? Anyway, we have the Knight of Swords. But yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that let's see what else. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm got so like blah, 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 blah. Okay, then we have the Star. So I mean, the Star is dreams coming true. You know what I'm saying? And then the Knight is the fast acting Knight. Like, you know, this one can come rushing in, you know, with a direct approach. There's healing and hope here, you know. I also have more water on the board and air. Aquarius is here too. But you know, this Knight is very determined to make your dreams come true. I mean, like, that's exactly what these are. That's exactly what these are. This person's coming in fast, moving, and determined to bring in healing and hope and dreams. Dreams coming true. I mean, I can't, it's not any more clear cut than that, guys. Now, if you want to take it, you can. If not, that's up to you. But that's the reading. So, all right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you're with me this long, make sure you like it if it resonated with you. And I hope it helps. Until next time, guys, thanks for being here.